Hey, it's Rick with Wolfsburg again in Jones County, Volkswagen place, Wolfsburg Tech. We got a really nice little Beetle here. It's got high miles. It's got 173,000 by most people's standards. That's a lot of miles by Volkswagen standards. It's good and broken in. Anyway, this is a manual transmission, 5-cylinder car. It's got a few imperfections on it. You can see right here there's a little whoopee in the hood where somebody was on it or against it, and it looks like somebody caught this with a box cutter or something, but it can be touched up. It's plastic. It's one of those flexible bumpers. And these little dings right here could probably be pulled out with one of those glue pullers that you get off eBay. I've got one of those and it works pretty good for the little stuff I do. Got a little bit of water on this thing still from washing it. Anyway, this belonged to a little gal that was in college going to nursing school. She graduated, got her a job, and she went and bought a new car. This one was having a couple of problems with the V-belt tensioners, or the serpentine belt tensioners. So they asked us to fix it and sell it for them. So we did an experimental thing where we take a car that's been set aside by somebody who don't want it anymore, and we put our own money into it. So we're kind of splitting the sale on this thing. Anyway, it's a fairly straight body. There's no rust anywhere. It's a good, clean Southern car. This is a Mark IV, meaning the body style. This is the facelift of the Beetle. You see it's got the newer tail lights and the crease here and the crease on the running boards. It's the last of the Mark IVs, and it has the Mark V engine and transmission in it. So I'm going to pop the hood and fire it up so you can hear it. Fires up, runs smooth. It has air, but the air conditioner is slow to come on, and when it does come on, it does great, nice and cold. So this one has that 5-cylinder, like I said, from the Mark V and the B7 Passat made in Chattanooga. So it's got basically the same motor as that. It smells good. Cat seems to be working. No check engine light. We put a transmission and a clutch in it a couple of years ago. The transmission had a leak that nobody noticed. Apparently they were keeping the car away from the Volkswagen mechanic. And it went dry, started making some noise. So instead of trying to do something with that transmission, we put a good used one in there with a clutch. So clutch is fairly new. Transmission is from a slightly lower mileage car. It's got black leather interior. These leatherette pieces, the vinyl pieces have come off of there. Coverlay makes a hard plastic cover to match the door that screws right on. Looks great. So we've replaced these handles with these billet aluminum ones. That's nice. It does need a headliner. I mean, it's not in your head or anything like that, but it's falling. So fortunately, it's got a hatch, so you can do the headliner fairly easily, and you can actually see how to do it online if you're a DIYer. But it has the 5-speed transmission. It's got the power steering, horn, cruise, power steering, but it's got the tilt and telescoping wheel. So you can find just about any position you want to drive on this car. Also, you can put the seat up and down like this. And one thing about these Volkswagen two-doors, whether it's the Golf or the Beetle, is they've got a really nice seat where when you lift the seat forward, it actually jumps forward. So you got a really big place to put your big size 11.5 like mine. So you can get in and out of it. So car seats may be a pain to install. So you definitely want to have a car seat for this car if you have children, instead of trying to put it in and out all the time. But getting to it is not all that difficult. See, you can jump right in there, not a problem. It's got a console, black leather. It's in really good shape. It's got a CD player, AM FM radio. It does not have streaming Bluetooth, although it could be added, but you're looking at about $500 to $750 if you want a backup camera, $750 with a backup camera. And there's no really good option for this, although I do have one in another car that I could put in here that's got the single DIN stereo, because most of your cars of this vintage have a double DIN stereo, the double decker, but this one's a single DIN, so yeah, we can make it work. Intermittent wipers, power moonroof with vent, power trunk release, power, it's got the power locking gas lid. The wheels are good wheels, but they're looking a bit ratty. They got a bit curved. They've got some clear coat off of them, and the center caps are missing. The center caps could be added to them. There's a fella over next to Johnny V's that can take the, if you take the tires off, which we could do here, take them over there, he could powder coat these things. Blast them, powder coat them, and they look like brand new. You can put whatever you want to on them. You can put a charcoal silver or something like that. I just washed this car, so there's not a leak or anything. It's just getting clean, getting dry. But I like these wheels. These are turbo style wheels. Really, really nice. Get a little closer to it. Yep. So we're asking $35 for the car. It could use a compressor if you wanted the air to be cold immediately, but sometimes it takes about 5 or 10 minutes for the air to get cold. Sometimes it's cold right away, especially even driving the car. So it's an 06, 173,500. Of course, you can read all the stuff. So it runs and drives like a little dream. So give us a holler. You can reach us at 478-745-6989. And if you can't remember that, it's 745-MyVW. We'll see you.